Today we're with Dr. Melinda Chu, and she is a board certified dermatologist. She's now starting a new biotechnology company as well.
Thanks for having me. As Emily mentioned, I was always interested during training, which is a little unusual, on the biotech and innovation side and ways to use my training and knowledge to impact people on a broad scale in like patient to patient. But of course, when you're developing innovations, then you could impact thousands or millions of people. CEO and founder of ecotera Home, and this is based off of the recent literature research that we've seen with microplastics and nanoplastics, blood, urine tests, or even water tests, and cancer, heart disease, dementia, but also can impact skin disease, topically coming in contact with it, and also through ingestion in the gut microbiome, skin access. So personalized factors like that rudiment does, and also environmental exposome factors impacting skin health.
There's a lot of, scientific research that are happening behind the closed doors, but really what is needed nowadays is how to translate those discoveries into something that can really benefit people.
So with ecotera Home, the first platform is called Eco Exposure, which is an AI smartphone microplastics and nanoplastics testing platform, which is just a simple biodegradable kit reagent with an AI smartphone app. And I always designed it like what you're saying, like for real life with the customer involved. So I knew it had to be a smartphone so that anyone anywhere in the world, like designed it for myself to test tap water, but deceptively simple from what I described from a user perspective, but on the back end or R&D, it's very complex, like chemistry, physics, AI, and computer vision. Yeah, you just get a water sample, you add the biodegradable reagent, wait for the reaction, and then take a photo. And then the AI and computer vision helps to detect microplastics, nanoplastics, make it as easy as possible for the user. Also helps with the integrity of the data. It helps both ways.
What do you think is actually the biggest skincare myth that people still believing today?
The biggest myth or something that people don't want to admit is that probably that sun exposure is still one of the main drivers of aging, which is something that you can control. A lot of times people realize maybe too late when they're trying to think about different Botox or procedures, and they're like, oh, wait, if I had not have as much cumulative sun exposure, this may have not been a problem.
Have a lot of like social media trends, TikTok, on Instagram. What do you think is one skincare trend on social media that dermatologists wish that they could disappear?
I haven't been paying too much attention to recent trends, but I guess in general, I've seen that people are, if they have acne, kind of trying to be like too aggressive, pop it, or like put some kind of pin or something like in a big pimple. And I seem like you did something to make it better, but then there could be like secondary, inflammation or like infection by messing with it. I think that's probably one thing that I've seen a lot.
If you could only use three skincare products for the rest of your life, what are your choices?
I personally do have a pretty simple skincare routine. Face wash, and then a moisturizer and a sunscreen.
And nowadays
Yeah,
on social media is, a 10-step routine or like,
yeah,
12-step routine, and people are really adding onto their routine.
yeah.
What is the biggest mistake people are making trying to slow down skin aging?
Probably the biggest mistake, which I think happens a lot with skin conditions anyway, is like trying to see too much impact too fast. Like people, for example, if you start a retinoid, right, a lot of people want to like put a lot on, but of course, that's going to dry out your skin, make it red and flaky. And then people are like, oh my God, my skin's red and flaky and it's not better, rather than putting a little bit on and knowing that if you go slower and less, then in a few weeks or months, it will be better and you won't have as much flaky and bad side effects. So,
I guess the central theme is less and
mhm,
more, and also consistency, right?
yeah,
Use retinoid, but use it consistently. Use it
yeah,
at the right amount.
any product you use, basically, especially for topical, it's a routine, and you cannot expect something to change in like 2 days. You have to like keep up with it, I would think, at least like a month.
You have built your career as a dermatologist and also an entrepreneur. What makes you take the leap into business?
To me, I just really like the idea of starting something from scratch, like you did, like taking something as an idea and doing every little thing to bring that into the world. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty, as you know, in early stage companies, but I really enjoy like the problem solving and having something different to do each day, and how, you know, some days we're at the bench doing experiments, other times we're talking business meetings and different regulatory strategy, or all these different things, which I find really exciting. But I like that it's unstructured and the nature of innovation, but I can see how it's very different than most people's job. But that's what I like about it, that it is something different every day, and to create something from nothing is really exciting for me.
I think that's so admirable because in this world, I think everybody is like really looking for like a fast fix. Even with
Mm-hmm.
skincare, right? People are
Yeah.
looking for like a fast fix. But in terms of innovation and driving something that's going to be really, really useful for human race, human
Mm-hmm.
society, in the broader picture, somebody needs to do it. And somebody needs to be like, I don't want that stability. I really help bring the vision. I really admire that about you, Melinda. I think that's
Thanks.
so, so noble.